here we are again with our championship leader, Arvid Lindblad. Arvid making a regular appearance in front of the cameras this championship. But this week started a little bit differently for you on Tuesday with a ride in something that you weren't used to. Fill us in.
Yeah, I was very fortunate that Red Bull, along with I think Next Gen and quite a few people, organised for me to drive the Supercar, the Gen 3, which was obviously an incredible experience. I loved absolutely sort of every moment of it, and yeah, didn't feel like I got enough laps. I wanted more, let's say, because it was so enjoyable.
Did you go looking it up on Google and YouTube afterwards?
Well, yeah, beforehand I thought I'd sort of have a look at what I was gonna be getting myself into. So on Monday and then Tuesday, I was having a look at some onboards, seeing what the car was like. It looked really cool, and then getting to experience it was even better.
Now the Grand Prix, Arvid, we'll come to that. Sterling Moss, Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Bruce McLaren, Graham Hill. In more recent times, Keke Rosberg, Roberto Moreno. And in your era, Lance Stroll, Lando Norris, Nick Casti, Mitch Evans, much more recent names that you're probably more familiar with. It's a big deal for us in New Zealand, the Grand Prix. Do you feel in your heart of hearts that more important for you is to walk away with a championship this weekend, or is there a bit of you wants to put your name on that trophy?
Obviously, I wanna win both. The championship, I've been very fortunate to have a really good team behind me that we've been able to perform well across majority of the rounds. So I think, obviously, I can't get complacent coming into this week, but it's we're in a very healthy position, let's say. Whereas the sort of Grand Prix is very open; anyone can win it. So I'd say that the thing I'm focused on now is trying to be fast, qualify at the front, and try to win the Grand Prix. And I think if we do that, then the championship comes with it.
Similar question that I asked Sean. The intensity of the 5 weeks. Listening to your interviews and how you go about your racing, it seems to me that you would probably relish the opportunity to be racing all the time compared to what you're going to be doing with Campos in Formula 2, where you've got a lot of time off. Is that true?
I mean, it's very different. They're two different types of championships. This is summer here, but it's a winter championship for us in Europe. It's preparation for the main season, which then therefore means that it has to be quite short and therefore intense, especially because we're here in New Zealand. It's quite far away. We can't really travel back and forth. So I think the 5 weeks is good. Obviously, it's quite efficient. You get a lot of drive time in a short period of time, which is really good. And then, obviously going into F2, there's more breaks in the season. But I don't really think about it. I just kind of drive when I'm allowed to when the races come, and I think they're both different, but they're both good.
And your take, Lando, obviously a big proponent, Max a big proponent of the sim. Where do you stand on that? Is it something you really enjoy doing, or do you do it at all?
I'm not the biggest lover of the sim, but it is very important. I'm very aware of the importance, especially in F2 and F3 where there is so little drive time. The preparation is critical. So obviously doing the prep there before the events on the sim is paramount. So obviously there it's really important. Then at home when I can, I try to do some stuff as well because it's not the real car, but there are some sort of platforms now that are very good. That you're sort of in racing we can't drive every day just because of the nature of the sport, but that's sort of the way of keeping yourself fresh and always sort of thinking and trying to improve. So I'm not sort of as in love with it as Max, but I know that it's incredibly important, so I really push myself to do as much as I can.
Yep. So this is obviously the preparation for your F2 season. So how did this kind of all come into fruition of you racing here in New Zealand?
It was quite last minute. I was in Abu Dhabi in middle of December, and Dr. Marco told me he wanted me to have the full super license for the start of the F1 season. That's the main reason why I'm here.
Okay, and so you'll be heading into F2 this year as well. Has this championship kind of changed your helped you in your approach of how you're going to approach the F2 season this year? Altered it slightly, or
No. Obviously, F2 is very different to here. You're on the F1 stage, and it's different. But I'm going into the F2 season not really with too many expectations, but obviously knowing that I need to try to I want to perform well. I really want to try to do a good job there because as amazing as the championship's been so far here, I've really enjoyed it. But the F2 season is what is going to decide whether I'm in Formula One or not. So that's the biggest focus.
If Dr. Marco hadn't asked you to come out here, would you be back home on the sim over your winter?
Yeah, probably, and in the gym.
So racing here, has it maybe surprised you, the fact that it's going to keep you race fit heading back to the F2 season? Much more, say, than being on a sim?
Yeah, it definitely has many benefits on that side. I mean, I'm here we do, I think it's 10 or 9 qualifying sessions, 15 races, which I wouldn't otherwise do if I was at home, which challenges me in those sort of areas of all the things that come, delivering and all that sort of stuff. So on that side, it's if you class that as race fit, then yeah, it's been really beneficial.
And just favourite circuit, favourite corner here over the series?
Yeah, I'd say definitely here Highlands has been my favourite so far. I think T1's really cool.
Arvid, thanks so much. Congratulations on everything you've achieved so far over these last 4 weeks, and all the best for the Grand Prix and the championship. What's left to come.